Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and Widowmaker has received a ludicrous buff on the PTR. Now, it might not seem amazing on paper, but believe you me, this could be game-changing for Widowmaker. So let's just go back in time a second. If you remember, a few months ago, they nerfed Widow quite considerably. And now at the time, I didn't really have that much of an issue with it. The problem is, everybody who was a Widowmaker main, well, they did. Because they stopped you quick scoping. Now, in case you don't know what quick scoping is, that means bringing up the scope the instant you sort of press the scope button and then firing. So if you're really, really good with Widow or snipers or highly accurate, you can be absolutely devastating because you can flick your scope up and fire. Yeah, I know Widow has to charge her shots up, but you could still get fast shots off, and even you could charge them up and fire. It was rapid, it was really, really fluid, it was super fast, and that kind of fitted the whole speed of Overwatch, because this is a game which is really, really quick. So what they did is they reduced the quick scope time because Widow was a bit too powerful. And when I say reduce the quick scope time, well, they actually increased it to 0.5 seconds, or rather saying increase it is not right, but they put a 0.5 seconds, so half a second delay on bringing up your scope before you can actually fire. So in the game right now, if you try and bring your scope up and fire, well, it won't let you until the scope's fully deployed. Now that is really bad because this disrupts the flow of the hero. So people who were playing Widowmaker quite a lot, all of a sudden they're like, wow, this is really boring. But Widow was stupidly powerful at that point. She also did way more damage as well on body shots. Now that's been changed and she doesn't do that. She still retains the ×3 modifier on headshots, so she still does 300 damage when she hits you in the head, but she's not doing 150 damage on body shots like she did ages ago. But anyway, all this PTR patch changes for Widow is decreasing the 0.5 second delay to 0.3 seconds. So it's only 0.2 seconds, but I think this is going to make all of the difference. Now, if you look on the screen right now, to the left, we've got the old Widowmaker Scope. This is the one that's on live. And to the right, we've got the one which is on the PTR. You can see the difference. The PTR Scope is deploying much, much quicker. Now, Widowmaker has sort of made a way a little bit back into the game. You'll see people playing Widow maybe for a first pick. Now, what that means is they might pick Widow, say, on King's Row to begin with on attack, just to get a quick kill, then they'll change to somebody else. People do it with Hanzo as well, and well, mainly Hanzo and Widowmaker this is done with. But you don't really see Widow being played all the time throughout a game because she does have her weaknesses. Think about Overwatch. Think how fast this game is. Think how quick people are moving around. So Widowmaker having this delay on her scope, it makes her feel really clunky. So reducing that is good, but her having no delay, well, that's the ideal situation, right? That's how the game launched. Problem with that is when players get so good, they can instantly take people out, and it's just like, it's a bit too good. So I think it does need some form of delay, but you know, if it needs less of a delay than what they've given it here, I don't know. It definitely feels way, way better. I mean, this is very interesting to me because I used to play Widow quite a lot, and then I dropped off playing Widow for more of like a tanky support kind of role, which is just sort of what I fell into when I've been playing Overwatch. But I think this change is going to make me come back and start playing her. If this makes it to live, then I think what we're going to see is more Widowmaker because she's going to be more viable, because this means that she can fire at people much quicker with the scope. You would be stuck in situations right now where maybe somebody's diving onto you pretty quick. You're just going to have to fire at them in full auto mode. You're not going to really bring up the scope and try and take them out. Yes, sure, it happens sometimes, but it's not really going to happen that often. Now, though, with a 0.2 second reduction in the actual time it takes you to bring the scope to your face, well, you can actually, well, you've got more of a chance, right? So I think this is a good change. I think as well, if you watch the footage in the background with me playing on the PTR, you'll notice, like I said earlier, it does feel much more fluid, and I think this is what Blizzard are going for. When you look at the other heroes in the game and the things that they do, Blizzard want to keep the game fast, they want to keep it consistent, they want to keep it smooth, they want heroes to feel good to play. Widow didn't really feel that good to play. She still felt like a sniper, and I think she still had kind of a position right now with a delay in scope animation. But you would often think, like, okay, Widowmaker can hold a point, but if somebody jumps onto her, she doesn't really have that much of an option. Yeah, she's got a Widow mine. Yeah, she could fully auto them, but it's still difficult. The more of the issue is, though, when she's trying to select targets, when she's in that sniper nest, and when she's firing away, it takes so much time for the scope to come back up that, yeah, I know it's only half a second, right? And it might sound like I'm trying to say, oh my god, this is terrible. It breaks the game, but it really did. Like now, with the reduction in the time, I think it's going to be much, much better. And we're going to see a lot more Widowmaker being used, I think, guys. Let me know what you think about this. You can actually try this right now on the PTR. There are a couple of other changes which I'm going to discuss, specifically the ANA change, which you'll see in a later video, because I think that's fairly big. But yeah, go and play this on the PTR, guys. If you don't know how to download the PTR, well, if you open up the Battle.net launcher, you can only do this on PC as well, guys. Where you select your region, there should be PTR as a region. Select that, it'll download the PTR client. This is where you get access to all of the game content before it comes out onto live. This might actually change, this might not stay the same, they might reduce this Widowmaker scope time, or they might increase it, I don't know. But from my opinion, I think this is a good change, and I think we're going to see a little bit more Widowmaker, because this feels so much better, and it's only a 0.2 second reduction. It's kind of crazy. Alright guys, I'm in Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, if you enjoyed the video, and then like the video, and all of that good stuff, and I will catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.